I just got home from work, and this seems like the place to talk about this. I turned 62 in December, and I plan on taking Social Security right away. I know there's a lot of people that'll say, no, you got to wait. Take it at 65 or take it at 67. And you know, I guess you should wait. I know that the money will be more, and I get that. But here's the thing. I'm not just thinking about how big the check will be someday. I'm thinking about how many more days I want to spend punching the clock waiting on someday to get here. I've worked physical jobs most of my life, and I'm glad I can still work. But at 61, the physical jobs feel a lot more physical. Things hurt longer, you know, and you don't bounce back quite as quick as you used to. And sometimes, you know, you start wondering how long you can keep doing the same thing until something just gives out. I'm not saying I want to sit on the couch and do nothing. That's not me. I still want to work in my shop, do stuff around the house, and come up with other things that I can do to make some money. I just don't want to work a full-time job anymore. Now, financially, waiting makes sense. Every year I wait, the monthly benefit gets bigger. And I understand that. If I lived strictly by the numbers on a spreadsheet, waiting probably makes sense. But life isn't a spreadsheet. And there's another number that matters more to me than the size of that check, and that's how many more healthy years I have left. I hope I got a bunch of them. But realistically, 15 to 20 if I'm lucky. And that changes the way I look at waiting. Taking Social Security at 62 isn't going to make me rich. It won't even replace my full-time paycheck. My current estimate's around $1,400 if I take Social Security as soon as I can. That's not enough for me to quit working altogether, but it could help me do something that matters to me right now, and that's work fewer days. And I mean work fewer days at a full-time job. My goal isn't to necessarily quit work altogether. My goal is to get down to 16 or 20 hours a week. Social Security, along with a couple days of working at my job and some extra money maybe on the side, doing the stuff I'm already doing, and I could get there. I could cut my time back. And when I think about taking my Social Security at 62, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about getting my time back. You know, a day in the shop. Or a day to make a video. Or a day to do nothing. Just sit on my butt and do nothing. I don't want to make this sound like it's an easy decision. Once I start taking Social Security at that lesser amount, I know I can't change my mind, and I'll be taking that smaller check for the rest of my life. And that makes me a little nervous, because I don't have some big retirement account. You know, I've got bills like everybody else. So this isn't me saying, I'm 62, I quit work. It's about me trying to build a bridge between how I work now and having a little more control over my time. And to be honest with you, I think that middle ground will fit me better than a traditional retirement. You know, maybe waiting would give me more money later. I understand that. But taking it sooner might give me something that I value a bit more, and that's options. It could give me the option to work an extra day at work, and it could give me the time to find out if my shop or this YouTube channel or some of my small jobs could help ease the load. And that's really what One Less Workday is all about. I'm not trying to disappear from work overnight. I'm trying to earn my way towards one less workday. And then maybe one less workday after that. Well, I haven't made my final decision yet. I'm still thinking about it. But right now, I'm leaning towards Social Security at 62. Not because I think it's the perfect financial decision, and not because I'm afraid to work. I'm considering it because time's starting to feel more valuable to me than money. And sometimes the biggest check isn't always the best deal. Especially if I have to spend what good years I have left waiting on that big check. So that's the decision I'm working through right now. Do I wait for more money later? Or do I use what I can get it sooner, and start taking back some of my life? That's really the question for me. I'd be curious to hear if any of y'all have this same dilemma. If you're approaching retirement age and trying to decide, should you take it right away or should you wait? Let me know in the comments. That'd be awesome.